everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Turn Your Unread Leads into Listings. My name is Tara Christensen. I'm one of the National Customer Training Managers at realestate.com.au, and I'm so excited to be facilitating this webinar today. Before we kick off, though, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea, and community. We pay our respects to elders past and present, and we extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are joining us here today. Now, we're wondering why? Why unread seller leads? Well, I think we can all agree that leads are the lifeblood of your real estate business. Realestate.com.au has seen 60% growth in seller leads over the past year, and 1 in 3 of those seller leads convert to a listing. So stop for a moment and think. What would even one more listing a month mean to your business? That's why it's so important you're regularly checking your leads inbox in Ignite and that you're responding to those leads quickly. We have the brilliant Adam Watterson, or Ads as we know him, joining us here today to help you find those seller leads and understand what insights are available to enable you to convert those leads to listings. Ads is a seasoned senior product manager with a deep understanding of customer goals and challenges, from attracting new business through to delivering strong outcomes for property owners. He currently oversees the seller leads experience on realestate.com.au and manages branding products, including suburb sponsorship. Ads, over to you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tara. That was a very kind introduction. I think you're making me blush there a little bit. So today will be a practical session. So before we jump in, I do recommend logging into your Ignite account on the computer as well as downloading the app if you haven't done so already. Now, if you haven't logged in before, simply scan the QR code on the screen or visit ignite.realestate.com.au. And if you need some time to get set up, feel free to pause the video now. Now, a little bit more housekeeping. In order to get the most out of your subscription, you need to ensure that each team member has been allocated the right permissions. With leads as a focus for today, we do recommend that directors and office manager roles are given manager agency permission, which provides them with visibility of all leads submitted to the agency, as well as the ability to assign agency profile leads to the team member who's best placed to support. To make any required changes, use the instructions shown on the left-hand side to speak with a user that does have team permission in your office. We won't be spending any more time on permissions today, but if you would like to learn more, we do recommend viewing our Ignite 101 and 201 series where permissions are covered in a lot more detail. Great, so let's get started. Today is all about leads, and to kick off, we want to run through a bit of a refresher of how to find them in Ignite. If you're using Ignite on the computer, you can find your leads by navigating to the top right-hand corner and clicking on the envelope or tray looking icon. Once clicked, this will show you a list of your leads and inquiries, depending on which tab you last viewed. Now, to make it easier for you to access your leads, we've also recently added the latest leads section on your Ignite home feed, which is the first screen you see when you log in, as you can see circled on the mock-up on screen. Now, simply tap a lead and it'll show you more details about that particular request. Now, on app, you can once again utilize that latest leads component when you first sign in, or alternatively, click the envelope icon that is shown in the toolbar at the bottom of the screen. Now, once you've clicked into your inbox, you'll see a list that looks something like this. In terms of a quick orientation, any leads that have a red dot on the left-hand side of the row, which is shown for the top 2 leads on the mock-up on screen, indicates that it has not yet been viewed or opened. Now, we'll harp on about this a little bit today, but it is pivotal you view and respond to every single lead received, knowing that 1 in 3 of these requests convert to a listing within 12 months. So just a reminder, these aren't cold leads. These are qualified consumers who submitted a request for you to visit and appraise their property. Now, it's important to note that in many cases, the consumer might also reach out to more than one agent, which is indicated by the contacted column towards the right. And we do know that first impressions matter. So make sure you not only view the lead, but view and contact the consumer quickly to ensure you set yourself apart from those competitors. And just quickly back on permissions for a moment, we are showing a view here based on users with manager agency permission. And this includes a list of all leads the agency has received, along with an agent avatar on the right-hand side to indicate which team member has been assigned. So for the directors or office managers listening, this view is key to ensuring that you can keep track of requests and make sure that your team aren't leaving business on the table. Now, once you've clicked into a specific lead, let's cover the data that's available to support you with putting your best foot forward. As part of the consumer's request, we do collect details on the lead, such as the property address, reason for appraisal, whether that be selling, curious, leasing, etc., time frame for selling, expected sale price, and of course, how the consumer can be contacted. Within Ignite, we combine this data with the core property details available, such as configuration, property type, sales history, historical images, and map location to ensure you can do your research before reaching out. As mentioned a moment ago, we also do provide you with insight on how many other agents the consumer has reached out to. Now, for customers on a pro subscription, you'll know that we also offer what's known as seller lead enrichment. And this uses insights from a consumer's on-site behavior to let you know where they are in their seller journey and how ready they are to list. So this really enables you to tailor your conversation to their needs and offer the right level of support for their stage. So you can see this displayed within the mock-up on the far right of the screen there. Now, given we're talking all things leads, I did also want to touch on the lead insights dashboard that's available within Ignite. So touching back on permissions, you will need the agency insights permission to access this feature. But once enabled, simply click on the insights button on the left-hand side, which is shown on point 1, followed by leads. So as you can see on the screen here, we display the volume of leads each of your offices have received, along with how many of you converted. We also provide access to median time to view data and how this has changed over time, helping you spot opportunities to improve. Now, for our pro customers on the call, within this experience, you can also see a summary of which leads you've lost and to which competitor, which leads you've won and who your top performing agents are, and most importantly, which leads are still open. That is, haven't yet turned into a listing on realestate.com.au and are active opportunities ready for you to win. Now, a quick list of tips and tricks for you to take away. First off, make sure your permissions are allocated correctly. As you can see, users with manager agency and agency insights permission have access to additional features and tools that are key to growing your business. After today, we recommend reviewing your permissions to make sure you can get the most out of your subscription. Secondly, make sure you embed a review of your inbox, whether that be on web or app, into your day-to-day. Agents receive a text and email for new leads received, but make sure you take this time to check your inbox to ensure unread leads and therefore listings aren't being left on the table. And then finally, first impressions matter. Make sure you take advantage of the tools and data available within Ignite to research the consumer and property effectively to put your best foot forward. For those on our pro subscription, don't forget to use enrichment data to tailor your approach to the sales stage and readiness of the vendor. Now, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to hand back over to Tara, who's going to share a few more tips and tricks. Over to you, Tara.
Thanks so much. Add some really great and useful information there, and we really appreciate that. You can receive even more seller leads from buyer inquiries. Almost 1 in 5 buyer inquiries are from consumers who are also looking to sell. And you can find that information in that About Me section of the inquiry details. You'll see that highlighted in red on the right-hand side, where under About Me, it says buy and sell property. So you can get even more seller leads by understanding which of your buyer inquiries are also in the market to sell. I think ads also touched on it as well, but in that pro side, the pro subscription makes identifying seller prospects even easier with the seller leads filter. in your inquiry inbox. So you get access to all kinds of enriched information like predicted sell suburb that will help you tailor your conversations even more. Now, we want to make sure that you're getting the most of the value that's out there. So here are some additional tricks and tips that are available for you. As mentioned before, 1 in 3 seller leads from realestate.com.au convert to a listing. But sometimes it actually starts with where sellers are looking. So make sure that you complete and keep agency and agent profiles updated. Agent profile visits are up 15% year over year. Make sure that you request a review from both the buyer and the seller for every property that you sell. Reviews are incredibly important. They're part of the find an agent algorithm, but also 76% of sellers who use online sources use ratings and reviews to help find an agent. Consider some other branding products as well out there to help you further stand out. Agent Elevate is one, and Suburb Sponsorship is another one to help further increase your visibility. Now, on the seller leads side, converting those, check that inbox regularly and respond to new leads quickly. And you can do all of that through Ignite. Use insights in Ignite, both lead details and lead insights, to position yourself as the local market expert. And finally, take note of the buyer inquiries looking to buy and sell and address both the buying and the selling needs when you contact them. Support is available to you, and you probably heard me reference relationship managers and specialist sales on the previous slide. And as part of our commitment to delivering bigger and better results, we've reshaped our service model around your needs. We offer more personalized, efficient, and specialized support with what's called the Hive. Customer support continues to be your first stop for troubleshooting technical challenges and administration needs, and they are now also available on Saturdays. Here's a short synopsis, though, to help you kind of remember what each role means and what each team member brings to support your business needs. A relationship manager is the strategic partner who's the link between you and those who can drive you to growth and success. Specialist sales are the experts in specific product knowledge and closing deals, and they ensure that customers like you secure the perfect solutions to achieving your business goals. Customer success is there to help you reach those business goals through adoption and usage of REA products, often through onboarding and training help. And support are the first point of contact when it comes to troubleshooting REA product, platform, and technical inquiries. Now, there were lots of information that was given today, but some of the really keys that you should remember: to download that Ignite app and check your lead inbox on the go. Embed the lead inbox reviews into your workflow. Treat lead details like a relationship starter. Uncover additional seller leads in your buyer inquiries, and check the support services available to you in your Hive. There's a lot of information and resources that are available to you in the Customer Marketing Center. You can scan the QR code that's on the left hand of the screen, or you can visit customer.realestate.com.au. On behalf of Ads and myself, I want to thank you so much for your time and attention today and for visiting us. Thanks so much.